Well, good day, Tubes. How's she hanging? Pretty good here. Pretty good here. So far, so good. Still not sick, which is good. Hopefully, you guys are doing well too and avoiding this virus. Stupid virus. I've seen a funny picture thing I put on my Facebook fan page. Some of you might have seen it. It was one of those signs where you change all the little letters in it, and it said, I was expecting zombies. This virus sucks. I'm like, yeah, me too. I don't want to die of some stupid virus you can't even see. I want something coming at me, at least that's going to eat me up and, you know, whatever zombied me, right? But anyways, I'm zombie ready. I've played all the games. I've watched all the movies. I think I could run for a little bit. Anyways, let's get this tractor running today. I want to get this thing running. I got my John Deere here so I can take it, hook it on, and then hook it on and pull the trailer ahead so we can actually maybe get this thing off if it'll stay running. Now we got to do a bit more wiring here. That one wire that charges the coil, which is not right the way they had it set up. I want to see if I can maybe find somewhere on that little resistor panel thingy or something there that I can... you upset there, bud? I know, I'm sorry. Squirrel in there somewhere. That I can hook to while the switch is on, that gives it power. So when you turn the switch off, it kills the power to the coil. Because having power to the coil all the time, I don't think is a good thing for the coil or the electronic-y stuff that's in there. So the way they had that set up, they'd have to, well, if they were responsible, they would have had to pull the battery cable off every time when they were leaving it for the night or shutting her down for the day, right? So I want to see if I can find somewhere there that when the switch is on and then when it's off, it's not sending current, and when it's on, it is sending current. I've got my ring terminal kit. You can hardly see it. It's on the corner of the trailer. Battery will slap back in, and we'll do some testing with the meter, see what we can get. Okay, I got the battery, and I got my wrench set, box thingy, set thingy. Now, how did I do that before? I don't remember now. Man, there is just wires all over the place on this thing. It's just ridiculous. So hopefully I can get this thing going today and take it for a little drive, but I'm not going to go like wicked too far with it because that seal is leaking quite profusely inside there. Alright, we should be able to get to everything here. And what do I got for tools? Tightening tools. I think that was a half inch or a 13 mil. That'll get her. Yes, hopefully everybody's alright. What I'm going to do is tighten up this one first. That's not bad. Okay, that switch is off. now it's off. Yeah, so this thing seemed to work not too bad on that starter. I think there was an issue with that switch, maybe, kind of. I don't know what was going on, but as soon as I cleaned that switch up, it seemed to be all good. So I don't know. Seemed to be all good. So, all right, now we got that hooked on. We'll get you down underneath here. See if we can find somewhere on this guy here that's giving us power when the switch gets turned on. Alright, so this is this charge cable. That's actually supposed to go in the ammeter one side and out the other, so that's most left definitely absolutely not right, and it's just sitting here. I think they actually just screwed that. They actually screwed this right to the battery at one point. So that's, I mean, would work, but it's not right. And if it ever does get running here, I'm going to see if this thing's even charging out of this thing here, but you shouldn't run it too long, I guess, without that circuit being set up, because you could fry a few things. So, okay, let's get the meter here. Now, you won't be able to see the meter, but I'll be able to see. I should have brought my, the one that lights up. I'll be able to see if the voltage goes up. So, I am going to ground out to the battery here. Hopefully. Maybe. Or not. I can hold it there maybe. And the switch is off now. Okay, that's not gonna work for me right there. I'm gonna have to go up here. And on the battery there, that'll work. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the meter. No juice there. No juice there. No juice there. Turn the switch on. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. There's no juice anywhere there, so that's not good. Boy, I think they've got this really, really backwards. This one wire that's coming out of the light switch here, I've actually got a bit of power in it, not much. Wowee. Okay, so let me think what they've done here. So technically there's, I think all this switch is doing up here is basically grounding it back out and killing the spark that way. I don't even know if that's right. Let me just make sure I got juice in the battery here too, because you never know, right? Stranger things have happened. I got 13.6 the battery, so that's good. So they had that is interesting because they had it hooked to this guy here. That's where I yanked that wire out from the other night, but it's not showing me any voltage there. Maybe it shouldn't be. I got 0 there. Zero there. And that is a resistor block there, so hopefully it's working all right. I have no idea where I'd find another one. Okay, well, until I give her a complete rewire job here, let's just see if we can get her started for today. We'll just hook it up the way they had her, I guess. Dangerous. Silly and dangerous. So I'm gonna put it back on the bottom one there. So from this diagram I've got here for hooking up a 1-wire alternator, this, get the pointer here, this one here should be the one that the coil goes into. The only thing that goes into that is the coil. So what have they got going on here? They got that going to one of those joining things, and it does go down. Okay, so I think I know what they've done here. They've powered, boy oh boy, they've powered it off of this one, and that technically is right. So what they've done here is made a, I don't think it's exactly right, because there's nothing that should come off the battery except down to this big push button here. And the one that goes, oh man, these lines are hard to follow. And there's another one that comes, it should be coming off that push button or the positive side of the battery to, yeah, okay, so they had that set up right. They just hooked it to the battery, but they technically want you from this diagram to hook it up to the big switch here on this side from the battery up to that. Okay, so that is technically right. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I just had to study the diagram a bit more here. But anyways, let's get some tools We'll make up a new wire. And I could probably put a ring terminal down to this positive side of the battery cable thing here. But let's get her rocking. Here we go. Okay, thank you to Mr. GT Farming for sending me some sweet wire stripper, guys. I tried it already here and it seemed to work pretty good. So we got this actually, you'll laugh at this, repurposed container, sorted wire terminals. But this was actually an old box of grease fittings. I got another box and just coagulated one box of grease fittings, but I made that into a terminal thing, so that worked pretty good. So we need a fairly small one. One of those should probably be alright for up on the terminal blocky thing there. And these things are wire squisher things too. This is like a pretty sweet all-in-one sweet little set thing there. So we'll put that guy in there. And ooh, I messed her up. Did I do that right? I think that's right. I don't think it's going to come off. It kind of smushed the stuff down a little bit weird though. But, let's try this one here maybe. It's a wire cutter in there too. Okay, we need to probably get out a fairly huge terminal. Might fit that one on alright, but it's going to be pretty big for the wire. We'll see if it'll do the blue one on here, on that stud, but let's take this over with us here. Alright, we'll try that blue guy on there. It's definitely not going to fit. Nope. And we've got a bigger yellow one. That one would work. Okay, so first of all, before we get crimping that, let's get this guy off of here and get the new one on. Get her kind of run through. Get out of here, you stupid thing. Okay, so where did I put my wire down? Here. Shouldn't have crimped that guy on quite yet, but that's okay. We can, because I'm going to run it. Well, once I do this all right, it'll be all loomed. Be all nice and loomy, but this is just to get her running for today, right? So. And this is a 14 gauge wire, which is too light too. You should have some bigger, beefier stuff, but this is all, unfortunately, I have. Let's run that down there, so we'll cut her about there. Maybe leave it just a little bit extra because it's easier to cut more off. Alright, let's try this. Let's try this this thing here. So this guy you put into the stop there. That, and then doink. It's not too bad. Alright, this is going to be a good smush here for this ring terminal because this is way too big. I think I'm going to actually peel a bit more off. I'd rather have a little bit more sticking out. Oh, that didn't work too well. Let's try that again. That's why I left a bit extra. Come on, get in there. There we go. Whew. That's gonna be a heck of a squish. Oh man. know if I can do it with these or not. Oh. And I should have ran the wire through first. Whoops. But I should be able to sneak her through. I think I can get her through there. Okay, so flop this feller on here. And then I'm just gonna tighten that back on there right now. Before I lose the nut. So there must be something that you wouldn't, well, to me myself, I wouldn't have the coil powered all the time. Maybe they are. I don't know. What do you guys know about that? I wouldn't kind of think that'd be a good thing to be leaving her coil powered up all the time, but maybe that's all right. Okay, that's good. Now, what the heck size? 9/16 I think down here. Hang on a sec, I'm coming in. Yeah, 9/16. And let's get down here again and we'll hook her onto there. Into the positive side of the battery. See, you wouldn't want it on this side because this only gets power to here when you push the button. So that's the only thing. If you put it on the other side, it would start until you let the button off and then blah. What the heck? Why won't it start? So that would be that problem. Alright. This guy off again. Technically I should be unhooking the negative up there. I'm fairly positive. Gotta live dangerously, right? Okay. So this we will run through and back through here again. I got zapped. Okay, so this should give us power to the coil. Nice fresh new wire. And we should try not to touch anything metal. If I touched this one to this one, this thing would start to spin over. So you could actually use a screwdriver to ground that out if you really wanted to fire it up. But okay, let's get you out of here. We'll get you down on the ground and we'll see if she'll fire up. Okay, so pulling the switch on, we got all kinds of power all over the place now. It's amazing how much resistance that thing gives it though. But anyways, let's turn the gas on again and watch her start dripping. I can't believe this. I paid $70 for this thing. And I can't take it back because they'll be like, oh, you used it, you can't take it back. I'm like, yeah, I used it. Of course I used it. That's how I know it leaked. There's a little bit in there, not much. I can always put a bit more in. It's fired up. Now, just so you don't think I've already started it or whatever, it may not go. I can't put my hand there. Ah, it's hot! No, I'm just kidding. If it was already running, it would be really hot there, so. Okay. Well, let's get you down here. I'm not even going to cut. We're putting the legs of the tripod down. And something tells me it's going to smoke a bunch when it starts up. Although it wasn't smoking when we picked it up and the guy had it running. Alright, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to sit up on it. Oh, pop my buttons. Push what's left of the clutches in that I've got. Pull the switch on. Pull the choke out. She might go. Thought it might have gone already. hardly believe it, but it's actually sitting there running. Oh, sweet. Well, let's hook up the trailer. And I don't want to set on the brakes on that thing because they are very, 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 very seized up. And I really don't want to kind of push them on yet too hard. But let's get her hooked up and get her pulled ahead a bit, which means I'm going to have to shut it off again. I like to let it run for a minute though. And we'll get her off the trailer. Still running. I tested that wire that's coming from the alternator. It was 65 volts. So I'm like, maybe I'll hook that up before it fries that. So I did, and it's actually charging. It's about 30. Well, I'm going to check it in a minute here. I just want to hook this guy on here, and maybe I'm going to have to shut it off to put it into gear so it won't slide out the back of the trailer. So it seems to be charging, which is good. I can't believe it's still running. It's actually running really good. I haven't changed any of the carburetor settings. Now, I haven't put it to any load yet, mind you, so. Okay. Oh. It's good there. Let's just check the charge here. It's been running a few minutes charging. What do we got here? It's almost 14 volts. I hope it kind of stops soon because the regulator could be fried in that. It's a bit high. I'll leave her for a minute, but I'm going to shut her off here and put her into gear so she won't come slippity bang off the back of the trailer. We're going to pull it up to the top there somewhere, see if we can get it unloaded. Alright, let's get this up in the air. The Johnny Deere's gonna pull this? I could hook up the brakes, just in case. Oh yeah! We're awesome. Oh! Alright, let's see if we can drag it. Oh crap, hang on, I gotta unlock it first. Be dragging it and the wheel's all locked up. Hang on. Alright, now we should be good. I think. Hear nothing funny anyways. It was in a dip hole there, I guess. Yeah, should be alright. Stay there, 40. That's a good name, 40. 40. Hey, 40. Maybe. Alright, we'll pull her up to the front here. We'll drop the tailgate and see if we can get her unloaded. Try a few gears out maybe. Go up and down the road a little bit. At least I got a foot clutch on this one, which is really nice. Hopefully we don't upend the tractor here too hard. Let's get this opened up here. Loading the AR on this trailer is, woo, it's fun. Okay, I think we're ready to come off. Let's see what we can do here. I might put you on a tripod. Alright, I think she'll start up again. I don't know. Hopefully. 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 range right now, though. I think if I remember right, on Boris, it's low forwards and high backwards. I just want to check the gas again here, though. Oh, battery moved a bit. Didn't strap him down. Only good enough for a few minutes. So, got to fix this guy too. It's hurting pretty good. Just the back's bent, I guess, but it's basically the clutch is so wore out, just barely comes off the floorboard. I think maybe that's why they bent that down. Wowee. Of course, this is pretty bad here too, though. Put a better pin in there, it would bring it back better, and it wouldn't have to push it so far. But for today, we should be all right. All right, so we'll try put that forwards. It should be low gear there. Yeah. Sounds to me like it's working though, like the brakes are on. Let's try high range. Well, that's definitely high range. It seems to be rolling though, but I sprayed the brakes where they go into the drum. Whoa, almost dropped you. This one's still really stiff. That's gonna have to all come apart. All right, let's try second range, high speed. It's actually working. I can't believe this. She needs some tuning though. Wow, this thing's so wore out. All right, let's try third gear, high range. There we go. So scary. Sherman seems to be working though. Get her good and warmed up here though. We'll go back and see if we can tune it a bit. Get it to respond better to that throttle. We'll see if that seal's leaking too. Hitch lift arm banging on the fender. Awesome. Yeah, that clutch is so out of position. Let's get down here and see if we can get that throttle to respond a little better. The mixture's not quite right. See what it's charging at too here. Hopefully it's not blowing the battery up. 14.56. some kind of weird vibration thing. I can feel like something's loose in there or something. I don't really know much about them governor things, but that might be something else we gotta look at. Listen to this. You can feel it rattling in there. So wore out. This is so wore out here too. Holy cow. I would just run it without the governor. What do you need a governor for? All that does is just help you in the field, I guess, really. Anyways. Maybe it's supposed to rattle like that. I don't remember hearing those before, but see if I can get it to idle down more. Oh, that's hot. Let's use the screwdriver. Let's put the adjustment screw in behind all the hot stuff. Oh, that's maybe too low. Didn't take much. That's better. Pretty happy if it'll stay there. Sounds like it's missing a bit though, but I think it just needs a good run. I might put a bit of gas in and just go for a boot around the back there and try out. But yeah, you can see this is blowing out the front here. It doesn't suck in, so it blows all the chaff away. It doesn't suck it into the radiator. Although you think it would suck it in that way, but anyways. It looks like we're charging good though. We've got 20 oil pressure. That's not terrible bad. And if that's working, which it shouldn't be because it's stuck to the screen. That doesn't sound too bad. I don't like that governor rattling though. That seems a bit weird. Might have to replace that. I know there's like some balls or something in there too, so maybe it just needs cleaned. I don't know. Another job. Like I need more. But anyways, I'm going to take it for a little boot around. Seems like it's worse if I put it up higher. It rattles more. But maybe it'll clean it out a bit if I get her going a bit. But yeah, I got to figure out these. It seems to be rolling good there, but it just sounds like it's working so hard when you're driving it, especially that I couldn't hardly get it to go into 3 high range there. But anyways, I'll take it for a boot. Be back in a minute. Oh my gosh. What a fantastic tractor. And it stopped leaking. And I don't think it's leaking underneath until I shut it off maybe. That thing runs absolutely freaking perfect. There's absolutely no blue smoke coming out the back that I could see anyways. Might be running a little rich, but it is running really, really good. Wouldn't mind getting that idle down a little bit more, but didn't seem to like to do that, so I don't know if I can. A little better. It ran freaking perfect. Nice and warm coming out of there, so that's working good. Wow, it ran freaking perfect. Now don't grab the fan. We got some warm there, that's good. That hose is pretty bad on the top, I think, though. That needs a new one. Wow, that thing ran. Now, the only concern I got, and I've done some reading, and they say don't worry about it. Maybe put a thicker oil in it. Oil pressure's a little low for my liking. Let's get you down in here. And, gotta go through here. So I got about 7 maybe there, and then when it's running faster, that's all right. I'd like to see, I don't know, let's turn this off for a sec here. The Jubilee, it runs about 40 PSI. So this one is probably a bit low, but they say once the crank journals and the bearings and stuff get a little bit more gap there, it doesn't hold the pressure quite as nice. But I've seen a lot of guys where they're like, oh, mine hardly comes out 0. Still running. Wow. That was perfect. And I think I know why it's kind of not wanting to take off in third. These tires are loaded, which makes it really heavy, and they're kind of low a bit. They need some air. I don't really want to pressure this one up too much more, but these are like really loaded, like really loaded. So I don't really want to keep the loadingness in there, but it would be good for plowing as long as the rims aren't leaking and going rotten. I know on the one side, you know, they're starting to look not good, and it's always by the valve stem, I guess, where it starts to piss out there a little bit. But wow, did that run good? Not a fart or nothing. And I did put a new pin in. I stopped the garage down there, I put a new pin in, so it kind of brought it up a little bit too, so it's not kind of, I've got about, get it down there, about this much off the board now when it starts to engage, instead of like right on the board. So that made a big difference. So, but honestly, as of right now, I don't think I'm going to tear this apart and do a clutch. It's not that bad right now. I mean, it is right to its limit on the bar there, but this thing didn't seem to want to go ahead too much more anyways, so I don't know. I'm not sure. So, but definitely need to, oh, I can smell the gas. Something dripping here. Is it dripping? No, not really. It's maybe sealed it up a bit. I really need to fix this running board here. I got that bent really good there, and that bracket's bent, and I don't really know why it's bent like that, but yeah, she seemed to go pretty good. That's pretty thin oil in there really, so if I put like a 2050 in there or 2040 or something, that would definitely help, probably with the oil pressure. Got to get a filter for it though. That's warm too, that's good, circulating anyways. Got to get a filter for it. We'll drain the oil out. I want to check the pump down there, and there's a screen and stuff down underneath that, and then the pump there. So, wow, I'm surprised. Now I want to check the battery here again, see where she's sitting at for charge wise here. Let's grab the meter. Okay, let's check the voltage we got in the battery. I'll just tell you what it is, because you probably won't be able to see there. I just hope it's not draining back through the 13.47. That's pretty good. I just hope it's not draining back through the alternator there. It shouldn't be, but technically this should probably not get hooked up here on the battery, I wouldn't think. Boy, I can smell gas a bit though. I wonder if it's dripping at the other side or something. Smell a bit of gas. Let's go around the other side and have a look and see if we see anything leaking or dripping or anything. Not even that's dry. Well, there's a little drip there. A little tiny drip, but I think everything else looks good up there. Wow. I see some fresh oil coming out of here, which means that whole top plate probably needs a new gasket under it. That's not too bad. Take the hood off, and then all your steering stuff, of course, is all down through there too. That might suck trying to get all that apart again, but might be, well, I don't know. Yeah, oh yeah, and is this leaking under here? This thing was leaking at this drain plug here, but it actually doesn't seem to be now. There was quite a puddle before there, and it seems to be all right. Wow. Well, there you go. Let's check. Now, this should technically have power there, and I don't think that's right. It should be on with the key. Hopefully that's not draining back. How can I test that? What if I... Oh, yeah. Oh. No. Okay. No, okay, okay. Well, I'm going to fire it up once more. I noticed I had no brake on this side, even mashing it right down. I have a little bit on the clutch side though, which actually stopped me not terrible bad. But if you had a big load of something, I think you'd want both brakes going, so I'm probably going to have to tear that open and have a look in there sometime, maybe redo all that. But anyways, let's go for another little boot. See if she'll start up again here. Okay, I think we should have enough gas. Oh yeah, there was something weird with the seat or something. That's meant to kind of flip up so it keeps your butt dry, but seems like it's all wore out in this. Oh yeah, it's all wore out in there, so that'll need redone. I don't know if you'd want to sit around like that. You might get your, you know, well, it works, I guess. But I was playing with the 3-point hitch arms and stuff too. They seem to take a while to go down, and they didn't go. Well, I don't have it right down, I guess. But this seal back here needs replaced. It's really bad. It's definitely leaking. Yeah, those are going right down now. Oh, sweet. And it'd be nice to get, and the Jubilee has an adjustable link on each side. It'd be nice to get one for the other side too. So when you're hooking up a plow, this makes it easier to adjust it. Okay, let's fire it up here. Okay, turn it on. Here's some of that. These things, for some reason, they always want a little snort of choke. Even though it's warm, it probably won't start. They always like a little drink of fuel at the start. If I was getting fed basically whiskey all the time, I'd probably want one too, but... So another thing we got to do is all these links. We got to figure out what's going on with the bearings. Everything's so loose, floppy in these joints. Up at the front there is really bad. It wasn't wobbling that bad, but you can see it's like... kind of jerking out of my hand, right? So it's kind of not safe. We're just in low range second gear right now. This runs really good though. Like no smoke, which is really good. If it was smoking, blue smoke, when we were looking at there, I would have told the guy to stuff it. It's got so much other crap going on with it, I don't really need to be really tearing an engine apart and redoing that. But it seems to be going pretty good here. Some off-roading. Well, it's not really off-roading, but a little off-roading. The governor seemed to work pretty good. I took it back to the one hill back there and it didn't die out, so that's good, but I don't know why it's rattling like that. It just doesn't sound right. I'll look that up later maybe and see what they say about that. Now let's go down here and we'll do a turn around. We'll go back and we'll try to climb that little hill there and see if she's all good. We're still in second gear, low range, or regular things turn nice too. Holy cow, that's tight. Seems like the more I run it, the better she's getting. Just needed a run. Let's go up here maybe. Let's see. Chugs up here all right. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Well, let's back her up, or we'll do show you how I switched the third regular to the high range. Just back her up here. Front tires, they need done. They were pretty wobbly. This one's really bad. It's not even on the bead. I don't know what's going on there yet, but bloody tires in Canada here are so bloody expensive. These things, holy geez. TSC here wanted $140 a piece, but I got a lead on a set that might be better. Alright, so we'll put her in. You're not supposed to do this with these Shermans, but if you're good at it, you can do it. The other way with it. You can't go from high to low. It doesn't really like that so much. So we'll stop and the clutch isn't slipping at all. It's actually hooking right up. We'll leave her in third here and see if we can actually get up here. Well, that's good. That didn't slip at all. That stalled it out. So that's actually good. Starter's still working. I thought for sure it was junk. Seems like it's all right though. Second gear. Oh yeah, that's no problem at all. First gear. King of the castle. Better not get too much in there. There we go. Oh, grind her till she fits, boys. I'm sure it's been done many times on this poor old girl. Anyways, there we go. Oh, what happened? Uh-oh, what happened? No, tricky, I just pushed the switch in. Had you going, didn't I? I tricked ya. Well, I'm pretty happy this thing's running like a freaking top. That's awesome. Except I got no lights and that switch is definitely not gonna work. So we'll have to figure all that out too. I don't know, might just leave them like that, make it look all rough and beat up looking, right? I kind of like that look. The rough, been around the block. I already got a tractor that looks brand new, that's super awesome looking. Exactly like this one. Well, it's an 8N, but I don't really need a... I don't really need another one that looks really good. Oh, that's awesome. I want to hear it again. So we can't start this. Oh my gosh, maybe we can. Oh, I'm glad that works. It doesn't work there, so this must be all wore out in here. First gear, it shouldn't push. Well, that's interesting. I guess that that thing's all wore out. I don't know, whatever. Oil pressure is fairly low there, but sweet. Well, Parker for tonight, I guess. Oh, and I'm gonna just pull the battery battery cable off here, I think, just in case. Oh wow, I tell you, that's all warmed up now. There's nothing like that smell. The hot, oily smell. I don't know what it is, but it's awesome. So there we go. Wow, she actually runs. And it's not dripping antifreeze anywhere. The radiator's really not good looking. It blends the tractor in, I guess. And that starter works, so I probably didn't need the starter, but oh boy, when I'm like, no, I'm not even going to try that starter. But you know what? I'll give it to Ford. That's pretty darn friggin' good. Could be original, maybe rebuilt, I don't know. But yeah, this seal is really leaking here, and I don't exactly know how to do that. I have to clean it out and see what's in there. You maybe just take this guy off of here and then pull the seal out, but yeah, it's definitely got a problem there. But it's not leaking underneath like it was, which is interesting. It was dripping right out of that thing, like it was drip, 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 like really coming. Maybe it's empty, that's probably why. No, there's some in there. It's milky, but there's some in there. So I can't believe it's not leaking in more places than it is. Holy cow, I don't understand why it's not. That's fantastic. We should shut this fuel off here too. But yeah, the oil pressure, I got a little concerned about that. Oh, this thing's almost falling off again. Gotta Loctite that on. Vibrations, eh? I'll just leave it there for now. Next time I come out, I'll Loctite, or maybe I'll just do it now. But wowee, I'm stoked. I'm really happy with that. That's good. A good old Ford. Gotta love them. Last forever. Well, that's it for today. We got it running super sweet. It actually ran really good. I was really happy with that. And I guess the next thing we'll do with this is probably an oil change. Oil change. Wouldn't mind getting into seeing what's going on with these bearings and stuff. I know that's really wore out there, but these are really bad. Might just need tightened up. I don't know. We'll jack her up and see what's going on there and peel it all apart. See how the bearings are, repack them if they're alright. Might have to replace them if they're not alright, which would suck. And yeah, we'll go from there. So that is awesome. I can't believe it ran. Ran good. Wow, I'm so happy. Anyways, that's it for me and 40, if that's what you want to call them. Now is it 4T, like F-O-U-R-T-Y, or 4D? I don't know, what do you guys think we should name it? We named the 8N with the V8 in it, Boris. We can't really name this Boris 2, or I don't know. What should we name it? What do you guys think? You guys be the judges of the names. And if we get a whole bunch of them, we'll maybe throw them in a hat and flip it around and then see what we pull out. Anyways, that's it. Catch you all later. Thanks again for watching, and you guys have a good day. Sweet, it runs.